Welcome to the hidden classroom of grammar. To make sense of the world, we have to capture the things around us, open our spellbook, and pull them onto the page. The primary tool we have for this is the noun. A noun is simply a name. It is the label we attach to every single person, physical object, place, and even invisible idea in the universe. Today, we are going to hunt down the different categories of nouns and use them to build out your own personal grammar spellbook. You will need to build this yourself as we go. Grab a blank piece of paper and a pen so you can complete the challenges I throw at you. Learning to sort these words into categories allows you to apply specific grammar rules to them correctly later in your writing. We begin with common nouns. These are the general words used for people, places, or things. Take this photograph. If I ask what you see, you would say a city. City is a common noun referring to any large human settlement. But when a place or person gets a specific, unique identity, it becomes a proper noun, and proper nouns always demand a capital letter. Here, we see the red fort in Delhi. Because we are naming a specific piece of architecture, we capitalize both red and fort. The same rule applies here. Mountain is a common noun, but Mount Everest is a proper noun, requiring capital letters for its specific place. Now test yourself. Watch these words fall. City goes to common. London, with its capital L, goes to proper. Girl is common. Susan is proper. That capital letter acts as a visual signal. It immediately shows a noun has a unique identity. Next, we divide nouns by physical reality, starting with concrete nouns. These are things that actually exist in the physical world. The test is simple. If you can interact with it using any of your 5 senses, if you can see, hear, smell, taste, or touch it, it is a concrete noun. The desk in front of you and the apple on it both pass the test. But abstract nouns refer to invisible concepts, things like love, time, or knowledge. You cannot touch or taste them, but they are still nouns. To check if a word is an abstract noun, try putting it in an imaginary box. You can have a box full of happiness. It fits. But try putting the word happy in there. It bounces right off, because happy is an adjective describing a state, not the thing itself. Look around your room right now. On your paper, write down one concrete noun you can physically touch, and one abstract noun representing an emotion you are feeling right now. Naming an abstract idea lets us discuss internal fears with the weight of a physical object. Sometimes, counting individual items becomes inefficient. We need a way to group them together grammatically. We use collective nouns for this. A collective noun is a single vocabulary word that represents a whole group of beings or items. Look at this pasture. Instead of saying 100 individual sheep, we use the collective noun flock. Or take this street filled with humans. We compress all those individual people into a single collective noun, a crowd. Let's test your matching skills. Draw lines on your paper. Ants belong to an army. Grapes form a bunch, and wolves travel in a pack. These collective nouns act as a grammatical container, turning a chaotic multitude of things into a single manageable unit. When we deal with quantities, we start with singular nouns. This simply means there is exactly one isolated item. But if we ever need to multiply that single item into a vast quantity, we magically create what are called plural nouns. The mechanics for this are straightforward. For most words, you simply attach an S or an ES to the end of the singular spelling. Quick challenge. Write the plurals before the timer runs out. Box becomes boxes. City drops the Y and becomes cities. Plural nouns allow us to shift the scale of our sentence from solitary to a multitude with just a few keystrokes. You've gathered the pieces. Now it is time for the final challenge. Look at the sentence on the board. Check the notes you've taken. You have 5 seconds to identify the 4 different types of nouns hidden here. Go. First, Rahul. Because it begins with a capital R and names a specific person, it is a proper noun. Next, happiness. This is an emotion you cannot physically touch, making it an abstract noun. Finally, flock serves as our collective noun, grouping the animals together, while birds is a plural, common, and concrete noun, all at the same time. If you found those categories, congratulations! You have successfully mapped out your own grammatical spellbook. Understanding these specific categories helps you build clearer sentences and handle complex grammar rules in the lessons to come.